Hallo liebe Freunde des Abenteuers, hier geht's weiter mit Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Ich befinde mich hier in einem Flüchtlingslager und mal schauen, ob dieser andere da wirklich der Dieb ist. Werden wir mal schauen.
I've already told you I'm not going anywhere. If you want something from me, then... Oh, I don't know you. I'm Dugald. You're not one of us. And you're not local either. You could have chosen a better moment to come here. Kinda poor ambience, if you know what I mean. Well, at least we have a roof over our heads. I'm not the one you should be asking. I only know that Patrice's husband was hanged for the thefts. But Col? A thief? What a load of bosh! Though I guess sometimes people can surprise you. My Frang? A thief? Oh, never! He's an honest boy. He may seem a bit strange and closed off, but he'd never steal anything. The people here think ill of us. They don't want us here. Especially that tavern hound Tadgan. He's always giving us dirty looks, like we're about to take over the keep. My boy Frang and I came here with the others. We left our village because... we had to.
Ah, ist der Vater.
Well, I had to. But Frang is a good lad, so he came with me. I took him in, you know. Found the poor sod at the mill, sleeping in the hay. He was chilled to the bone back then, but I could already tell he was a strong and bright lad. He used to help out on the farm. He's young, but he already has a couple of tattoos. Tribal ones. Means he must have been cast out of the Del Rita. At first, the people in our village were all giving him dirty looks. But then, they realized he wasn't a bandit. He was a good, hard-working kid. Then they started to treat him as one of their own. Ah, Frang is a quiet boy, and he doesn't talk much about himself. I feel like those days with the reader are long buried for him. Almost like he never lived them. Roscree. Few shacks and a small field of grain. I was a miller back there. My daughter married a good, hard-working man. Eventually, I gave them the mill. Still helped around, but wanted to let the young folks learn how to work there. Then this kid, Frang, came. Everything seemed to be pretty good. Of course, something happened. Life here can't just be bearable. Oh no. Everything has to get screwed up somehow. That's the way it goes in this cursed land. My dear Trina and her bairn. They got caught by a weird beast.
Oh.
I started to hit the bottle and... finally, my son-in-law kicked me out. I left Roscree. And so did Frang. He says he has some kind of life debt. And he won't leave me alone until one of us drops dead. I'm sorry too. To be honest, I'm a bit confused about what's going on. Usually it was me who yelled at everyone, and now I feel like a drudge. And this nasty thing with Col. Poor lad. Shouldn't have ended like that. He and Beatrice got along very well. Let me tell you something. When I saw all these wrinklies around here, I thought this place would suit me. But then all this shit happened. I suspect we won't stay here long.
Ich glaube eher, das ist einer von den Bewohnern der Insel. Ich vermute mal, der in der Kneipe da, der Typ, der alle beschuldigt hier. Ist schon komisch. Weil erst haben die den Flüchtling hier beschuldigt vorher, der wurde dann aufgeknüpft. Jetzt beschuldigt einer von der Kneipe diesen Jungen hier, auch von den Flüchtlingen, also schon komisch.
The keepers took down Cole's body. At least he'll be
das
left
ist
in
die
peace.
Witwe ist das jetzt hier.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Ich soll ihr noch was geben, oder? Ja, Flowers, genau.
What? What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration? Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture.
Okay.
I don't care about his motivation. What you have in your hand is a very bad omen. Take those flowers away, burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them.
Okay.
It must be someone from the village. The only other outsiders are the two noblewomen staying in the tavern. But I doubt it's them. Lady Elaine is too dignified, and Elisa would be afraid of breaking a nail. They're all good people, even if some of them might seem a bit strange. We've all been through a lot. I can't vouch that they never stole anything in their lives. I don't know them that well. But they wouldn't let Cole take the blame. None of them are that cruel. So he's their next target. Interesting. I thought it would be me. It would make sense, wouldn't it? If the husband was stealing, then the wife must have known about it. Frank might seem a bit strange, but he's probably the most honest person you'd ever meet. He's kind, hard-working, and he doesn't care about wealth.
Wie gesagt, es wurden ja verschiedene Sachen gestohlen. Also Krüge, also diese Holzkrüge wurden gestohlen, dann ein bisschen Alkohol und so. Vielleicht lässt sich das irgendwo finden.
Oh, right. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Beatrice. As for me and Cole, well, we left Rhee hoping to find a quiet place to rest for a bit. Our plan was to travel the King's Road towards Camelot. Well, here we are. We have our bloody Camelot. Cole was hanged and all I can do is weep bitter tears. The interesting thing about our wealthy guests was never their story. More often than not, they were boring people who loved talking about boring things. They thought gold makes everything more exciting. But what I found interesting were the fabrics that made the clothes they wore. Their origin and composition. The meticulous work of the weavers who turned a piece of fabric into something precious. I wanted to go to Timberwall to become an apprentice in one of their guilds.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Cole just wanted to get the hell out of there. He never saw any future for himself in Rhee, though I'm not sure if he saw one anywhere else either. But he wanted to try. I don't know what I'll do without him. All hope I had for a better life died with my husband. Well, it wasn't a love match. I never wanted a husband, and Cole never wanted me. But we always got along, and we had a common goal. He was a good man. Trust me when I said that my hope for a better life died with him. I wasn't just some young widow being dramatic. I really meant that. We always supported each other. He was my friend first, and my husband second.
Sollte auch so sein. So. Alice, kenn ich nicht.
Time for another hanging.
Ich sagen, ja, du bist des Todes verurteilt. Nee, das mache ich lieber nicht.
Sorry. Just a bit of grim humor. You know, about what's been happening here. Such a mess, isn't it? Cola's all right, and Beatrice, what a shame. Such a fine girl. Anyway, I'm Ellis. Nice to meet you. What do you need? You want to help? That's nice. Probably won't change a thing, though. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage you, but it's like this. Those geezers and the keepers, I know that look. They're afraid, and they have no idea what's happening around them. Something tells me they'll all be at each other's throats sooner or later, and then it'll be a bloodbath. Well, maybe that's going a bit too far, but I don't think we're ever gonna get along. There's this one guy in the village. Taggan. I think that's his name. That guy is a piece of... No, I'm not gonna finish that thought, or else I'd have to insult someone.
Er hat schon recht.
You know, Taggan is a real piece of shit. He looks at us like we snatched his mother, burned down his house, and ate all his cows, I swear to you. One time, I went to the tavern and had a few gold coins to spare, so I decided, why not? I'll have a drink. Taggan was already tipsy, drinking with some other geezer. I came in. He stopped singing. Just stared at me. So I sat down in the corner, not wanting to make any trouble. I was sipping my beer. Then suddenly, Taggan came up to me. He spat into my tankard and went back to his table. That was very rude. I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy.
Hat einfach reingespuckt in den Becher.
Frank, that boy is golden, I'm telling you. Smart, nice, quiet though. He keeps his head down. Only once did I see him angry, and whoa, that was something. I thought he was going to kill me on the spot. That was back on the road, right after we met. We came here later. He sure did. I nicked Dugald's roast squirrel. It was the last one. Supposed to be his. But I forgot. I felt really bad about it. Normally, Dugald would tear me a new one. You know how it is. Miller's blood runs hot. But when Frank lunged at me, Dugald was speechless, completely shocked. Cole had to calm Frank down. Cole was a great guy. Frank, a thief? Nah, not a chance. He's got principles. Frank's not just your regular Avalonian kid. He acts differently, like he's not from here. If they were to hang him, I'd take his place. Well, no I wouldn't. But you know what I mean. Frank's a good one. Truly. Well, I'm Ellis. Goldsmithing is my life and passion. And between you and me, I feel like I'm losing my mind without it.
Der könnte vielleicht das Amulett
When I
reparieren.
hold tools and make beautiful things, it feels like I can bring some light into this wretched world. I wish I was somewhere where I could just do some goldsmithing, but I'm a bit scared. So, here I am, sitting on my ass in some village listening to waves and the screams of seagulls and old men. Nothing to write home about, even if I still had one. I was working as a goldsmith in a group of, let's call them, business people. I was once travelling with a caravan that got attacked by them. Their chief was a smart guy. The moment he heard I was a goldsmith, he knew what to do with me. He got me converting all the jewellery they stole into new pieces. Do you want to hear what I did once? We went to Timberwall. The gang wanted to rob some merchant's house. We holed up in a seedy tavern and waited for the right moment. Then, one night they broke in. Came back with a whole load of trinkets. Beautiful stuff. The moment I saw it all, I instantly knew what I wanted to craft. They gave me a couple of days, tinkered for a bit, and then, ta-da! Brand new merchandise. After I was finished, I dressed myself all nice, went to that merchant's house and went, "Good morning, kind sir. I'm a goldsmith. My work is renowned in all of Camelot. Would you be interested in what I have to offer?" You know what he said? "Of course I would." That nonce bought the entire lot, even though I inflated the prices like a street peddler. And when I came back, the others couldn't believe their eyes. I thought I was gonna keel over. I miss that.
Ah, hier ist es ja mit dem Necklace.
Oh, hello there. Aren't you a beauty? Let's see. I just need to add a link here, bend the other one slightly, and then remove the patina from the whole thing. Sure, no problem. I'd love to take care of this. May I? Payment? But this is nothing. I'll gladly take care of this necklace. It's been ages since I've had such a wonder in my hands. Oh, I'm so excited, I'm pretty much vibrating.
Okay, sehr gut.
It's done. Took me a while, but
wieder
I polished
was
it
Neues
like it
gemacht.
was King Arthur's chamber pot. So I think you should be satisfied.
Schön.
Thank you. I'm so happy I could finally do what I love.
Schon wieder eine Mission. So gut wie erledigt. So, das wäre jetzt dieser Frank. Da gucke ich mal, was passiert. Ob das der Dieb ist oder nicht der Dieb ist. Hier sind noch ein paar Kisten drin. Kann ich da rein? Alles leer, ha? Ja, alles leer. Okay. Das kann also auch nicht der Dieb sein. Dann sprechen wir mal mit Frank. Obwohl ich mal erstmal da reingehen würde. Gucken will, ob da vielleicht was liegt. Dieb ist gut. Da liegt auch nichts.
Something happened. Frang listens. Don't care about their stuff. That's just things with no worth. Don't know anything about the thefts. If they want to hound us, they will. I don't care. Cold dead. The others said it wasn't him. And they still put the noose around his neck and pulled the rope. And now, he hangs there, dead. They do not care. They'll do what they want. This is their place. They can do anything. Besides, no one came to me. I only hear words from people whose names I cannot remember. Frang was never a Riada. There is no Riada without a name. Without a name, you are nobody in the tribe. Like me. And if that lasts too long, you must leave. I left and became Frang. Frang. A name, and not a name. Years ago. He's a good man. Treats me like a son. Frang cannot be a dull Riada. His mother was. But the tribe decided that he was not worthy of a name. That is why he's not of the tribes. Frang never met the keepers. But the unnamed boy did. Once, a few of them, many years ago, we fought. The unnamed boy survived even though he showed fear. Shouldn't do that. Keepers approached the camp of the boy's people. But that past does not belong to Frang. I'm Frang. Conquer. Wolf. Strong. Important name. Not seen in the south for a long time. Must be dead. A place without a leader. As I see it, it will finally fall apart. One way or another. There are no tales about a place that survived without a strong leadership. And it's not about kings, Nobleshites or chieftains. Titles are just words that pull the wool over a man's eyes. What's needed is a strong soul with a strong name. And their names mean as much as Frang's, which is to say, nothing. Now they're a bit like Frang, strays with no home, but 3 strong, despite what happened with Cole. Alice, he's funny. I like him. Rawson, nothing about her. And Dugald, a man who became Frang's father. He has my gratitude. Don't bother. I'm not from anywhere. Frang is attached to nowhere. I found a home with Dugald. I owe him a life debt.
Das war's schon. Also, der scheint auch nicht der Dieb zu sein. Keine Ahnung. Wer könnte denn hier der Dieb sein? Ich vermute, dass es dieser Tang da oder Tatgan, wie der heißt, der Typ nochmal da unten in der Kneipe.
At first, it wasn't so bad, but now it gets worse every day. We just sit here doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, we have food, we have a roof over our heads, and we're grateful for that. But no one trusts us enough to let us do any work. None of us wants to be a freeloader, as they call us. I wouldn't mind a task or two to earn my keep and to take my mind off my troubles. I might not be all hale and hearty, but I've still got 2 good hands, which is more than you can say about some of the codgers living here.
Tja, dann gehen wir mal zurück in die Kneipe, Leute. Weil da ist keiner. Hier ist kein Dieb zu finden. Könnte auch einer von den 2 Frauen sein, die da drin sitzen. Also man weiß ja nie, ne? Okay, mit denen kann ich nicht mehr reden. Dann gehe ich nochmal in die Kneipe. Wie soll ich dem Captain Bericht erstatten, wenn der Dieb sich noch nicht gefunden hat? Das wird schwierig. Mit der Frau kann ich überhaupt nicht reden hier, die sitzt da einfach nur.
Oh, you're back, child. Did Osbrit manage to repair my necklace?
He's sorry, but he doesn't have the necessary tools or skills. No, but a refugee named Alice fixed
I
it.
don't know any Alice, child. But let me have a look. We'll see how diligent he is, Oh, marvelous. By the All-Mother. If I didn't know my necklace so well, I couldn't even tell it was ever broken. Masterful work. How much did he want for the repair?
Nichts natürlich.
He didn't want any payment for such marvelous work? Oh, that child has a gift. And by the All-Mother, it should not be wasted. Oh, as usual, if I don't take care of this, nobody will. I'll write a letter of recommendation to the quartermaster to make Alice the blacksmith's apprentice. The boy can follow his passion, and I'm sure Osbrit could use some help.
Ah, cool.
Here, take this to Quartermaster Firgas. He's a reasonable man. I don't see why he shouldn't agree. Oh, and here's the payment I promised for your trouble.
Okay. Ein Brief bekommen für den anderen. Eine Empfehlung. Aber trotzdem... Warte mal, ich guck mal... Ich gehe mal da hoch. Guck nochmal da oben. Das ist jetzt nicht so wie bei Skyrim, dass es hier oben Räume gibt. Schlafplätze und so. Ne. Da oben ist auch nichts, nehme ich mal an. Keine Truhe und so. Nee, okay. Dann sprechen wir nochmal mit dem Barkeeper. Hier wird wahrscheinlich auch nichts sein, oder? Nee. Tja. Dann rede ich mit dem nochmal.
You mean the old pier? Well, first of all, it's not that old. It was built when Brandon was already the captain. Why is it called that? Don't know. Probably because of all those old folks around. A lot has been happening here lately. Plenty of new faces. I definitely can't complain. I'm finally running a proper tavern. People come and go and the regulars drink as usual, as it should be. Daddy will be proud. He never wanted me to pour a beer and look at the same tired mugs day in, day out, but as it turns out, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I got mauled by a werebeast during a hunt, and after that, the captain decided I wasn't any good for active service, so he sent me here. I was bored out of my mind, and since there wasn't one here, I decided to start a tavern. At least I'm not as bored anymore.
Open Shop brauchen wir nicht. Tja, jetzt haben wir mit allen gesprochen. Nochmal mit dem Typ sprechen.
You think they'll turn in one of their own? They're smart. I'm telling you. Frank's been sneaking around the village, watching everything. One time, when I was leaving the tavern at night, I saw him by Heffin's stall. He also went into Ron's tavern once or twice.
Das soll stimmen, ja. Ah, ich muss lügen. I was robbed too. I had a room in the tavern. Everything is gone. Ja, das ist das Einzige, was ich aussuchen kann hier. Ich muss ja lügen.
Really? Ah, yes, of course. I just remembered. You're in luck. Because I'm here all the time.
Okay, der lügt jetzt.
I saw Frank going into one of the rooms and carrying some stuff out. The wife of that hanged man was helping him. That's right. If the three of them were plotting together, I'm sure the rest are in on it too.
Ich hab den gerade getestet.
Tell you what, the horns of the South should only be for those who served in the horns of the South. No exceptions. What?
You see, I was lying about that room, and you don't know what you're talking about.
Fine, fine. I see you've been toying with old Dadgan. I took you for a goal, but you got me. I was doing it for our sake, damn it. Even before those damn outsiders came here, things in the keep and the village hadn't been great. Camelot's far away and doesn't give a shit about us and the newcomers. Fearguest does what he can, but it's not like he can do everything on his own. Food is getting scarce, and people started talking about the Riada. You know how it is. And the newcomers, I just wanted them gone. An outsider. No one knew him, or wanted him here. Hell knows what they really want from us. When I was a kid, others like him came to our village. An entire group, men and women. They took over our homes and went on feasting. Sometimes others came, threw some gold around to convince us they weren't that bad, and they weren't going away. They ate all of our stocks, and then left with their bellies full. Half of us didn't make it through winter. And then my old man sends me to the horns, because there was nothing else he could do.
Trotzdem ist jemand gestorben, durch dem seine Scheiße hier. You have no idea what you've done, have you? I understand that you are worried about your future, but it's no excuse. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's better if they go, nah. I understand that you're worried about your future, but it's no excuse.
You can think whatever you want about me. I think those refugees are a threat to us all. Things can't go on like this. It's our home, damn it. Whatever else it may be. Get out of my sight. I need a drink.
Tja, und dann werde ich dem Captain das mal reporten. Der wird sich freuen. Dann werde ich den Brief abgeben, dem Captain Bericht erstatten. Jetzt hat sich ja der Übeltäter gefunden, der hat es absichtlich gestohlen, damit die Flüchtlinge da in den Schmutz gezogen werden. Die Sau hier. So, Map. Hier gehen wir hin. Ja, das ging ja ziemlich gut, diese Folge. Hat ja gut geklappt. Die Mission Friedhof, die ich leider nicht aufgezeichnet habe, die hat geklappt. Jetzt habe ich einen Dieb gefunden, habe ich wieder Pluspunkte bekommen bei dem Captain. Ein Goldschmied, den ich jetzt hier anheuern kann. Und mal gucken, vielleicht darf ich dann mal in die Burg rein. So. I helped with the problem in the cemetery. Ja gut, nee, das geht ja noch nicht. So, about the robberies in the village. Lady Elaine urges you to make Alice the blacksmith apprentice.
Pass it to me, please. Yes, that can be arranged. Osprecht has been complaining about having too much work for a while now. If the boy's as good as Elaine claims he is, he'll do just fine.
Perfekt. Ja, ich muss dann zu dem Typ nochmal zurückgehen, zu dem Flüchtling, und das halt die guten Nachrichten übermitteln hier.
Yes? Who are we hanging this time?
Oh je, ich muss die Wahrheit jetzt sagen, mal gucken. It was Tadgan. This time he tried to shift the blame to Frank. There wasn't much evidence, but it seems like Frank is a thief. Tadgan witnesses one of the thefts. Nee. One of the refugees says that... Nee, das ist auch nicht gut. Okay, das hier.
Tadgan? I hope you realize you're accusing a former keeper.
He admitted to it. He thinks the refugees are a threat to safety, village, blah blah blah. Okay.
Shit. This has all gone way too far. And I've no idea what to do with that dolt now.
Another body, this time a local, won't make the situation any better. You hanged Cole, even though he was innocent. Tagdan should suffer the same. Nee, das ist scheiße. Er soll nicht sterben.
You're right. Shit. Then there's a widow. I know sorry won't cut it, but it's about all we can afford right now. I will let the refugees stay, but they are free to make the final decision. They've suffered enough because of the stupidity of the people from the village. You have my thanks. If not for you, I'm afraid, it could have ended much worse.
So, jetzt kann ich mal fragen, ob ich einen Captain sehen kann. Ach, das ist nicht der Captain, genau. Ich habe vorher gesagt, es wäre der Captain.
Unfortunately, no. You're capable and eager, and I appreciate that. Just between us, I wish I had more soldiers like you. We'd bring the South back to its former glory in no time. But still, you've just arrived.
Okay, da muss ich wahrscheinlich
Yes, I do.
noch was
But
erledigen.
this one's dangerous. Some time ago, I sent one of my men out to bring back a deserter.
Oh.
But he's been gone a while, and there's no sign of him. So now, I need someone to find both of them. And I'm not sending any more of my own men. My best guess would be somewhere near the abandoned stronghold far to the north. But beware. Our men on the walls are convinced they'd seen dense clouds of the weirdness forming near that damned place.
Ah, ich weiß, wo das ist. Dieser schwarze Nebel.
Take care.
Okay, also den Deserteur finden und den Soldat, der den Deserteur gesucht hat. Beide sind ja verschwunden. Okay, aber zuerst gehen wir mal zurück ins Dorf. Wird die guten Nachrichten dem anderen Typ da übermitteln und dann werden wir das Ganze auch schon wieder beenden. Wenn alles so glatt läuft wie jetzt, dann macht das Spiel richtig Spaß. Anstatt dass man jetzt hier vielleicht eine Stunde rumläuft und nichts passiert. So, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, was er sagt.
You serious? That calls for a celebration. thank you so much. I mean, I guess I owe it to you, right? I know I did fine work on that necklace, but I didn't think it'd land me a job. I hope the keepers are prepared. Soon their swords and armor are gonna have some awesome decorations.
Cool, Alter. Vielleicht kann ich bei dem auch was lernen. So, sprechen wir nochmal mit der Frau.
It's you. Have you learned anything about the thefts?
Die wollte bestimmt Rache haben. Ich habe ja gesagt, der soll nicht gehängt werden.
That doesn't surprise me. I told you they hated us. So why is he not dangling on the noose like my husband
Ja,
did?
das sage ich doch. The quartermaster decided that would only make things worse.
Worse? An innocent man is dead, and the one who's guilty got a slap on the wrist. From where I stand, it can't get much worse.
Ja, tut mir leid.
If this is the justice the keepers are sworn to uphold, I want no part of it. We can't stay here. We can't let this happen again. Tell those old bastards they've won. They can have their stinking village all to themselves again.
Oh, die ist richtig angepisst. Ja, tut mir leid. Ja, gut, Leute. So, ich denke mal, das war's. Wir müssen dann in den Norden gehen. Da soll irgendwie was sein. Ich denke mal, das ist hier. Werde ich mal hier hinweisen. Oh, scheiße. Ich renn mal schnell weg. Weil die Mission machen wir dann im nächsten Teil. Das muss diese Burg hier sein. Und ich bin mir sicher, die habe ich vorher schon platt gemacht, aber... So, okay, Leute. Gut. Bin ich erstmal in Sicherheit. Dann sehen wir uns im nächsten Teil. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Ciao.